for a few seconds. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing today. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing today. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing today. I feel like dancing. And the back top. Woo! I hear the music in the air. And those words will change as the screen does, or I sing the wrong words.
Oh no, it won't change. There's just that.
Oh, okay, great. I'll choose some lyrics. And if you will follow me, that would be great. And if you're singing different words, that's also okay. It'll just be variations of I hear the music in the air, I hear the rhythm in there, I feel the spirit, whatever it might be. Okay? All right, and some of you are already doing. You are harmonizing.
Stand up.
So you can feel free to harmonize. Let yourself, be heard, let yourself move. Woo! All right. This is Pablo Cardenas on the piano, Peter Dowse plays. Woo! Alright, here we go. I hear the music in the air. I hear the music everywhere. I hear the music in the air. I hear the music everywhere.
The Elevate Trio, everyone. Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on bass, Kelby MacNayr on vocals and drums, and the BBC Community Choir in the singing. All right, go on and sit down. That was amazing. Thank you. What a fun way to start Elevate today. I just want to do more of that for the rest of the time. But there's other stuff. So thank you. And whose song is that? Like, do you remember?
Nobody knows, but I learned it from Chico Tocomaso.
Okay. All right.
I probably didn't say his last name wrong, but he's great.
Yeah. Well, it is a fun tune. What a great way to open. So, welcome to another Elevate here at the Victoria Truth Center on a Wednesday summer evening. It is so amazing to see so many new faces here. And so before I go on, I'm just going to ask, who is here for the first time on a Wednesday? Holy moly, guacamole! That's more than half the people here. So let me see if I can remember here on Sunday, but you're here on Wednesday for the first time today. Mika, you guys came as a big entourage, which is fantastic. Thank you. And then that's it for that side of the room. Okay, and then we have Samia, who is here for the first time. We have Ninka and her friend Esther, who is visiting from the Netherlands. All right, yeah, so welcome to Canada and welcome to Victoria Truth Center. So for those of us who are in the minority here that have been coming for a while, let's let these people know how much we love and appreciate them. We love you, we appreciate you, we're so glad you're here. Thank you for being here, you guys. Now we're all besties. Why is it that we're here? We come together, whether it is on a Sunday, a Wednesday, or all the other times in between, to remember that there is only one thing going on. And whatever you call that thing, whether it is spirit, energy, creativity, the quantum field, whether it is love, whether it is God, it doesn't really matter what you call it. What matters is this thing that is the very essence of everyone and everything. This one thing that animates, that interconnects all of us. Everything that is, was, and ever will be. We're celebrating that there's just that one thing going on. And because there's only one thing, then it stands to reason that each and every one of us is that. And not just a little bit, and not just sometimes, but all the time, all of it. And the only person, the only thing, the only entity that gets to decide how much of that awesomeness we express from moment to moment is ourselves. There's no one pulling our puppet strings. There's no one doing the thinking for us. There's no one choosing for us, even though sometimes it might feel like that's happening. Ultimately, we all have agency over our own lives, and we create our reality according to how we use our mind and how we open our heart. So here at VTC, we like to talk about it as love. Right here is our mission statement, live life lovingly. And so right now, we are celebrating the love that each and every one of us is. And by celebrating that, we're acknowledging it in ourselves, in each other. We're amplifying that love so that it can just spread all over the world. So as we expand our mind, as we open our heart, as we activate our soul, we are celebrating the love that we truly are. So how's that sounding right now for all of you new people who are here for the first time? Right on, okay, fantastic. All right, so let us also remember where we are celebrating, that we are celebrating on the unceded lands of the Algonquin-speaking peoples, the Songhees, and Esquimalt nations. And if we take a look at what is important to these peoples, honoring and appreciating our spiritual relationship with the land, the resources, and our ancestors, isn't this something that we could all more further embrace and embody? We could be more mindful about? And as we are, then guess what we're doing? Not only are we showing reverence and appreciation for the stewardship of these lands, but we are celebrating the love that everyone and everything is. We're celebrating the love of the Esquimalt and Songhees nations. We're celebrating the love of the land that they have been stewarding. We're celebrating the land that interconnects each and every one of us. So grateful to be able to do that here, to live and breathe and work and play. Some reflective music, gentlemen. Reflective, yes. So because there's so many new people here, we're going to move right into an opening prayer after this. So if you are appreciating the band, which I know that you will, if you want to show appreciation, to keep that magic spell going like this, rather than clapping, because as soon as you clap, it breaks the spell. Okay? Thank you. Taking a moment to breathe in and let all those little notes and melodies and harmonies move, allowing them to continue activating our soul at the deepest level, knowing that what is being activated is the same thing that was just offered, pure love. And so as I stand here feeling every single fiber of my being expanded by that beauty, by that harmony, by that grace, by that loveliness, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be here now, to be present and lose myself in this moment of love, of connection, of grace. And so knowing that as we move forward, our time together is founded and grounded in this love, in this grace. I'm so grateful to know that every single aspect of our evening together tonight is unfolding with clarity, focus, ease, joy, and love. And so for everything that is fully present, for everything that is on the way, I'm so grateful for it all. Knowing that every moment of every day, when looking past all conditions, all experiences, all thoughts, beliefs, and feelings, there truly is only love. So in gratitude, celebration, and joy, I release my word as law, knowing that our time together is pure love expressing, now and always. And so And now, if you would like to express your appreciation for the band, please feel free. So, Pablo, what was that you arranged for us today?
We never answer sometime.
Some time ago? So pretty, always. Every Wednesday, guys, every Wednesday. All right, so new month, new theme, new music, new ways of expanding into who and what we can become. And so this month's theme is dream. And the affirmation to go with is every day I dream of me. And so there are a couple of people who were here on Sunday, so you guys already had a head start on, considering what dream means to you. And when we had our conscious conversation time, then most of the groups even came up with acronyms for dream, which was really neat to hear. But because this is the first time that the Wednesday crowd is leaning into this theme, then this is the opportunity where we just have one or two people share what's coming up for you right now in this moment about this theme, about this affirmation. And if you aren't sure of an acronym for dream, you can just sort of stick with dream. But what I will offer is that there's an acronym for me. And because I came up in the philosophy of science of mind, ME stands for mental equivalent. And mental equivalent is the highest vision that you can hold in mind for yourself or someone else or the world or something like that. The highest vision, the ideal. And so when that affirmation came to me, I was just thinking every day, I want to dream of the highest vision of me. I want to bring that into form. I want to experience and express that every day. My mental equivalent, whatever it is in that moment. So that's a little bit of context for you guys there. So, dream. What's that feeling like for people right now? Anything coming up for folks? Glenn is going to pass the mic to whomever would like to offer something. All right. Who would like to start us off? And this isn't a discussion yet. This is just a share. What's coming up?
Who would like to meet me in the aisle? Is this the one?
Who would like to meet me?
I'm not controlling that. You are.
I'll start.
Okay, Stephanie, thank you.
What comes up for me immediately is seeing that image of that younger person. It's like when I was younger,
Yeah,
dreaming was automatic.
yeah,
Like we just didn't ever not dream.
yeah.
And then as I became older, I can see how there's what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as automatic. It feels like it's more conditional somehow, or that there's certain standards that then would mean I'm dreaming.
Whoa,
So
standards.
that's what's coming up immediately.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow, that's big. And this is from someone who writes children's books. Do you find it different because you write kids' books and because you go on these little tours and classrooms and you're surrounded by little kids? Do you feel like maybe some of that automatic dreaming is coming back, or?
Well, when I'm around children, it is automatic.
Yeah.
But on my own, I notice that there's just a shift, right? So when I'm in the presence of children, which I love, which is probably why, because they dream all the time. And there are conditions and standards. So I think, I'm thinking when I'm in that state, in a playful, magical world, and writing stories, then it happens. But just on a daily basis, I see that there's conditions. Yeah, there's something there. I'm curious about it.
All right.
That's what came up.
Okay, well, there's something to lean into for the rest of the month and see what comes up. All right. Anyone else want to offer something as we begin our month with dream? Jamie.
I guess for me, when I initially heard this theme, the first thing that came to mind was probably just the original use of the word, just relating to that state of consciousness, those experiences that you can get when you're asleep.
Yeah.
And then trying to relate that into I guess in a wakeful context, into a spiritual context, something outside of that, but still why was the word? I'm still trying to figure out why was the word taken from that original meaning, and then so I'm still trying to figure out what I was thinking about the original significance of the dreams that we have that we're asleep. What sort of insights that they have, what they're kind of things, what they can represent about our psyche. Jung talks about this extensively, just about how they can reflect various parts of our ego or things that we've repressed in the past through imagery and symbolism. That can be incredibly insightful into some of these things that we may have repressed or maybe are just don't have the courage in our normal state of being or normal conscious state to confront directly. So it's interesting. So, I mean, there's definitely that area where dreaming has a very specific case. Using dream in this context is far more ambiguous to me. I don't actually know what, I mean, I guess there's the idea of an imagination.
Yep.
There's other words that you can use.
Yep.
Creativity. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I need more clarification on that, because I mean, for me, the dream just exists as a thing that I'm sleeping, when I'm
Yeah.
sleeping, and then there are just other words that I would use to describe something else that was similar in an awake context.
Yeah, well, you know what? There are no rules here, Jamie. That's just an affirmation to sort of prompt you into, ooh, which is what you're doing. So I invite you to just lean in and see what dream continues to mean. Does it change? Does it get clarified, throughout the month for you? So yeah, no breaking of rules or anything here. Thank you. All right, so thank you everyone. So all month we're looking at dream and what that means. And so thank you for your shares. And we're going to move over to the Elevate Trio once again for the feature tune.
All right. Well, for those of you who are new, you don't know quite how much fun it is to each month we get a new theme, we find songs. So this is one of the songs, the first song that came to us. It's actually from 1931. Some of you might know the Mamas and the Papas version. I can say that I do not know that. But I do know some great ones by Doris Day, Ben Crosby, Ella and Louie. So we hope you enjoy our version. No problem. Feel free to sing along. This is Peter's guitar debut. He plays guitar, but he's never played it. Not just a pretty face. Stars shine bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds sing in the sycamore tree. Dream of me. Say I can kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me this way. When I'm all blue as can be. Dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on me. Still craving your kiss. I'm yearning to linger on me. Just saying this. Sweet dreams and sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. When I'm alone, blue as can be.
Are you joking me? All right, so, dream. Well, we had some fun on Sunday because I mentioned already that during the conscious conversation portion, most of the groups ended up coming up with at least one, if not more, acronyms for dream. And so I don't have any of them to share with you tonight. But if you take a look at the YouTube description for the talk from Sunday, they're all in there. So I was thinking today, actually, I was not even thinking, I was just sort of opening up to what do I want to talk about in terms of dream today. Last month, I totally set myself up for success with spiritual practice. There were 6 talks. I had 6 spiritual practices lined up that I was talking about that all kind of flowed into each other and then, were like a whole package. And this month, dream, like that's just, vague, ambiguous. There are a few different kinds of meanings, nuances in there. And so what I did was I thought, well, okay, Science of Mind, I'm going to see what Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science and the author of Science of Mind, had to say about dream. And I knew there wouldn't be a lot. And anything that I looked up, it just didn't resonate. He was like really poo-pooing it and just thinking that it's kind of a cop-out, or it's getting in the way of like really focusing on what it is that we need to be focusing on. And so I thought, well, that's not the direction I'm going, or is it? Because the more that I thought about it, the more it reminded me of Paul Levy, who wrote this book, one of several, The Quantum Revelation, a radical synthesis of science and spirituality. It is the book that completely blew the minds wide open of everyone who was in my advanced consciousness studies class a few years ago. And we were kind of plodding along and reading the books we were reading, and then when we ended up reading this one, everyone's assignments changed, everyone's ideas of life changed, everyone's idea of our philosophy and teaching changed. Like any foundation that we came in with, thinking we're on solid ground, was blown to smithereens, within the first class. And so I got to thinking about what Paul Levy talks about when it comes to dream. And his website is called Awaken in the Dream. And so what he writes about and talks about in this book and a couple of his other books, that he talks about how we are all part of this collective dream. This dream that we don't even necessarily know that we are a part of. And that it is so pervasive, it is so insidious, that he compares it to something called Wetiko, which is a mind virus that is so pervasive, that is so insidious, that is so sort of like natural, that people don't even realize that they are under the spell of this incredible, amazing force. And so when it comes to what it is that we're doing here when we gather, it's really to remember who we are, right? But why would we need to remember? Well, because on some level, we forget. We forget, and that's why when we're little kids, we can dream, we can imagine, we are constantly playing, right? And as we get older, there are all these things, these expectations and ideas and opinions and shoulds and coulds and woulds and whatever, from within, from without, that get piled on to all of that automatic dreaming, to that automatic expressing of who and what we truly are. And so I thought, you know what? Even though it's a little darker and heavier, that's what I want to talk about today, because that's what we're doing here. We're here to more fully express the love that each and every one of us is, the love that we truly are. And so this also took me back to the very first book that we actually read in that Advanced Consciousness Studies class, which was Plato's Allegory of the Cave. Anyone here familiar with it? Okay, a couple of hands going up. All right, so essentially what happens is there are a bunch of people living in a cave who are chained up and facing a wall, and they're watching shadows all day long. And because this is the only thing they know, they think this is real life. One of those people gets freed and ends up going outside of the cave, and he sees the sunshine. And at first it's like kind of scary because it's like, ooh, I can't see, it's blinding. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening to me. But then, as the eyes get adjusted, as they get accustomed, this person ends up coming on the stream and sees their reflection in the stream. And then it dawns on them that, hey, wait a minute, what we've been experiencing in the cave, what we thought was like our life, the only thing, the real thing, reality, that's not the case. And so what this person ends up discovering is that these people are chained facing one way, and the shadows that they're watching are actually being cast by people that are walking behind them with a light or a fire, depending on which version of the story you're reading, is casting these shadows on the wall. Well, this person is so excited because now he knows the truth. He knows the real truth about life and how amazing and awesome it is and how good it feels. He goes running back to the cave to tell everybody else, and they're like, hey guys, guess what? And what do? You're nuts! You're crazy! This is the truth. Proof right here, sort of thing. And so to me, when thinking about this idea of us being in this collective dream that we're not even necessarily aware that we're a part of, there's still that in each and every one of us that wants to be known, that wants to be expressed, that is always nudging and pushing or pulling us just outside of our comfort zone enough to go, is there a different way? Is there something more? Is there something new and unknown that I haven't yet experienced? But not everybody is ready at the same time to go along that journey. And even if we are just like, 8 years, and I'm going to take myself as an example here, 8 years into consciousness studies, I'm the spiritual director of this community. I have several spiritual practices that are non-negotiables every single day because that's what I need for my life to keep expanding and opening up to the unknown and the new. Not everybody else is going to want that exact same experience, and not everybody else is going to want to open themselves up in that way at that rate. We're all on our own journeys, and we are all the ones who decide how much of that allness, that love, that creativity, that whatever it is you call it, that is the very essence of our being, that wants to express itself. And so when it comes to this dream idea, this dream state that Paul Levy is talking about, I just thought, this really talks to personal responsibility, which is the third thing that we talk about when we talk about the 3 principles of new thought. One thing going on, everyone and everything is that, and we create our reality according to how we use our mind and how we open our heart. But we don't all do it in the same way, at the same rate, at the same time. And so, in this new month of Dream, we have new music, and the song that we're actually closing with is the song that inspired me, for this talk as well. It's by Billy Joel, and it's called River of Dreams. Anybody know that song here? Okay, a couple of hands going up. And so when Glenn, my husband, he first suggested that song, I thought, well, okay, maybe. I'm not a huge Billy Joel fan, but he was definitely part of, my collective consciousness when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. I don't know if I had any of his albums, but I knew enough of the songs. And then when I took a look at the lyrics, I thought, whoa, this song is awesome. And what's super cool is it came to him in a dream. It came to him in a dream. He woke up with this sort of complete song and just thought, but this isn't my thing. Like, I don't believe in this, and I don't want to record it. But he couldn't shake it, and so he did end up recording it and did quite well for himself. So some of the lyrics in the song are, in the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep, through the jungle of doubt to the river so deep. I know I'm searching for something so undefined that it can only be seen by the eyes of the blind. And so this song is a song about a spiritual journey. The river that he's talking about is the journey. And then there's sort of the destination on the other side, that he's saying that's where the river is going. But really, if we think about it, and if we open up to the infinite possibilities of who we can become, there is no destination. Because we're always evolving. We're always on this journey. We're always expanding and opening up to a greater, more expansive version of who and what we are. And so in this experience, when he's talking about walking through the jungle of doubt to this river so deep, and then he says that the only thing that can, or it can only be seen by the eyes of the blind, this kind of goes back to Paul Levy and this sort of collective dream that we're in, where we need to close our eyes so that we can let go of what it is that we know, and we can actually open up to the truth of our being. And not be influenced by what it is that we experience by the 5 senses, including our sight. Now, Paul Levy, in the Quantum Revelation, writes, I jumped ahead. The lyric quote goes further, in the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep, through the desert of the truth to the river so deep. We all end in the ocean, we all start in the streams, we're all carried along by the river of dreams. And so when I read that part, that took me back to Paul Levy again, when he writes about the universe, and he says, it's as if in our sharing a dream space together, we are collectively dreaming up our universe while simultaneously being dreamt up by it. This is the meditation quote that we have today. So the question here is, are we dreaming up our life experience? Are we really creating our life experience according to how we use our mind and open our heart? Or is that experience dreaming us up? Or is it happening at the same time? I mean, in quantum physics, there's this thing called four-value logic. Something can be true, it can be false, it can be true and false, it can be neither. And if we're looking at infinite possibilities, which is what quantum physics talks about, there are gazillions of possibilities of what dreaming or a dream could mean. And because we are each unique individual expressions of this creativity in action, and we are rebirthing anew every single moment of every single day, that means one moment it can look this way, another moment it can look another way. We get to decide. We get to choose what it is we want to focus on. We get to choose how we want to experience our life. We get to choose how we want to dream or be dreamed up, or both or neither. So in the end, this comes down to choice and personal responsibility. So that third tenth that we talk about in New Thought. The more we awaken to our true nature, the more consciously we can direct the river of dreams while also being carried along by it. So my question to you is, as we lean into this month of dreams, are you going to let yourself be carried by the river? Or are you going to direct the river in ways that you want? Or is it okay to maybe do both simultaneously? Whatever it is, the choice, as always, is up to you. Thank you, and so it is. Okay, so now we're moving into conscious conversation. So this is where we move into groups of 3 or 4 for about 10 minutes. And you guys get to talk about whatever it is that is coming up for you. Whether it is the talk that just happened, whether it is the theme, or just, whatever. Not the weather, not your aches and pains, your tunes. This is an opportunity to connect, okay? And then when we're done, I will dig the meditation bowl, and that'll mean it's time to come back. So you can just take your chairs and turn them into little circles or groups, and that's it. And I invite you to, if you came with someone, feel free to split, and go with someone else too, so that you're not necessarily sitting with someone you're not.
Para no necessariamente algo happening. You know, whatever it is, I embrace it. The more I can show the car, lose the time, go there, buy new one, that's it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, and as things unfold, you see pretty much whatever happens, embrace it. Like, it's actually very because actually I think this has a lot of this fire that was kind of concerned. So I'm very happy that happened. Maybe that will happen when I was in high school. So it's really the first that is actually first of all, safety, automatically when I bring something, when I travel, because it's not my car, whatever, so I go like and then first time I say, don't talk about nothing. It's a good spirit.
But this is like going up So acknowledge goodness and remove yourself from people that are doing bad things and simply whatever happens. I think the way you do it is having a good piece of mind. Like, no, it's not, it doesn't have to do with that. But sometimes, like, when I would see some people for some reason, when I would
I started. And I said, you know what? Before something going on from there, if I said, reset my life. That's the first I have to do. An appreciation. Great. I have to be a crossing to shower to wake me up. I'm just doing that from this very right. But I forced myself to stay there. Finally, I was really proper, but it doesn't happen sometimes in the anyway. You know, sometimes someone for us, you know, anything can happen. But we do that. That happened today, and then I come back. That is really amazing. Like every piece that you play is incredible. The one that really gets you, and like all the and like 2 or 3 sessions back, you play this one. He was not ready to say that. It was amazing. I just loved it. In how you look at this, I really know. It's like good. Tell us about it.
No, this will work because I look at 2 buildings and there are problems with both buildings. Same time, I have 2 bosses. One guy would say, well, you want this building? The other guy would say, well, are you over here?
Oh, they were like music.
It was a rough day. I'm trying to fix 2 different problems.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes right. The funny thing is like sometimes the time that you need to solve the problem is getting closer to solve it. Because you're already working on it and finishing somewhere like a dragon fish. A dragon fish.
Yeah, it's just, you know, and then people in the building. I thought there's a word. Sorry.
Yeah, sometimes they one person knows everything. What are you doing? It's never boring for a Cuban. You know, I have many Cuban friends in Toronto, and they have a saying that says, when Cuban get together, it's already a past. You know, because they start playing music, they tell you, it's never boring with Cuban people.
Yeah, but it's like the main I know.
Yeah, some of the reality stuff, I know. You want to tell us what's going Yeah, my brother does that.
All right, everyone. Thank you for your engaging in conversation, getting to know each other a little bit. All right, and as we keep moving through our time together, it's time for a little bit of appreciation and love. So, or more love, I suppose. If you had anything to do with today happening, would you please stand? You should be used to this by now. All right, tambourine player, come on. All right, okay. And so this is what we're going to let them know. We're going to say all together. We appreciate you. We love you. We're awakening with you. Woo! All right, now, first timers, why don't you stand on up? All right, here we go again. We appreciate you. We love you. We're awakening with you. All right, now everybody else, so that we can all love each other up. We appreciate you. We love you. We're awakening with you. And now turn to one person next to you and turn those we's into I's and tell that one person, I appreciate you. I love you. I'm awakening with you. All right, fantastic. Okay, you can go ahead and sit down. All right, and so going forward with this appreciation, now I get to remind everyone that Elevate, the BTC is not just a super cool place to hang out on Sundays, Wednesdays, and a whole bunch of other times during the month. We are also a charitable organization. And so that means that we love to give money to organizations and communities in the city. And the more that you guys give, the more we can give. So if you are feeling uplifted, if you are feeling inspired, if you are feeling better walking out that door than you did when you came in, now is your opportunity to share your generosity, to share of the love that you are. So however you want to do it, there are little pieces of paper and envelopes on the back table by the silver bowl. If you're doing by e-transfer or credit card, then you just have to fill out this sheet of paper. If you're doing by check, not many people do check anymore, or cash, there are envelopes that you can fill in. However you are giving of your love today, I invite you to place your hands on your heart as we express this abundance affirmation together. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. And so anchoring ourselves in that gratitude that is appreciating, that is expanding. I'm so grateful to know that right here, right now, there is so much love in this room. There is so much love to be offered, to receive, to be given, to be experienced, to be expressed. There is so much love that is pouring out into the world right here, right now. And so as we continue to focus on love, the essential love that each and every one of us is, that everyone and everything that is, was, and ever will be is, I am so grateful to know that there is always, always more. So in gratitude, in celebration and joy, knowing that our offerings of love go forward to heal, prosper, and bless, I simply say thank you, thank you, thank you for it all. And so it is. All right, announcements, and there are tons. All right, this Sunday, September 8th, is Friendship Sunday. So anyone who is coming on Sunday, bring a friend or two or three. Bring someone that you love and cherish, and then let them know what it is that you love and cherish about BTC. We'll have our regular Celebrate Sunday starting at 10:30, and then we have a potluck lunch starting at 12. Healing Circle, every third Sunday of the month. We gather here in a circle, and then whoever it is that requires healing or is requesting prayer, whether it is you or someone you know, no experience required. We gather in a circle and we hold our intention on the wholeness and the wellness and the allness of the individual being prayed for. 90 Transformational Breath Work happening Saturday the 21st, every third Saturday of the month. It is sold out and there's a wait list only, but one spot opened up today, so you guys are like super close, like hang on. Okay, but it happens every single month. Every single month, and so yeah, if you haven't had an opportunity to join us for some 90 breath work, then I invite you to do so. Okay, fourth week of the month, it's coming back. So Mondays, music and mantras, elevate your creativity on Wednesday, and radiate a spiritual salon on Friday. All the fourth week of this month, more details to come. If you would like to be more involved with BTC, if you have a skill, a talent, some of your time that you would like to give, that you would like to offer, please let me know, because there are so many ways in which we can build community together. We would love to champion you as we do so. What can we know for you? In addition to the monthly healing circle, you can request prayer for yourself or someone you know at any time by emailing prayer@victoriatruthcenter.org or filling out a little prayer request form on the back table there and then putting it in the little butterfly box. If you aren't already signed up for the BTC newsletter list is on the back table there. It is the best way to know what is happening here and when. Community announcements. Anyone have anything that they would like to share with the community? Does Pablo have a show coming up?
Yeah, podcast September 28th, the tribute to Buenavista Social Club.
Oh, wow. Is that September 28th? Well, that's going to 2. Okay. All right, well, if that's it, then we're going to stand on up again, and we're going to sing our closing song, River of Dreams by Billy Joel.
All right, everybody. This is our version, and then ours collectively. So I'd like to get your little feet on, a bit of dancing. In the middle of the night, I'm falling asleep. You know the way, do the hills of me. But I'm not going to do it. In the middle of the night, through the valley of fear, through the rivers of peace, I'm in the morning, they got the soul, I'm my soul.
Pablo Cardenas on piano, Dowse on electric bass, and Kelby MacNayr on vocals and drums. Thank you for joining us for another Wednesday at the BTC. We love you, we appreciate you, we're so glad you're here, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you. Thank you.
This is awesome. That's nice.